Welcome to EL at a Glance. This one-stop shopping document allows educators to quickly locate the necessary files, documents, texts, and any other additional resources to implement a strong Tier 1 experience for our students. It is organized by grade level and modules. Use the bookmarks to quickly locate the desired grade level. So that's up here. Also included are quick links that will aid in navigating the various components of the BPS ELA department. And that's right here. 1. The first link is to the main page of the BPS ELA site. Here, educators will find information about equitable literacy, instructional time, and other resources for both EL and StudySync. The monthly newsletter can be accessed here. Number 2, the second link is to the new BPS and EL landing page. Here, educators will find information about professional development and reading guides. Number 3, the third link is a direct link to the reading guides. More information about these in a few minutes. Number 4, the fourth link takes educators to digital versions of the required EL texts. So these are organized by grade level and module. And number 5, and the last link is the pacing guides for the school year 23-24. Simply click on the grade level at the bottom to access the calendar. Alright, so that's the quick version of the explanation, but if you'd like to learn more, stay tuned. Alright, happy to have you here. Let's dig a little deeper. If you are new to EL, please note that EL is organized into 4 modules, and within those modules are 3 units. Okay, these modules are color-coded, so the first module is pink, the second module is yellow, the third is green, and the fourth and final module is blue. So this is consistent throughout all of the different grade levels. All right, so this first column contains 3 different resources. First, EL publishes its materials through a website called OpenUp. There you will find all of the online resources, in case your school does not have hard copies. When you first log in, you may need to create an account. It's free. Just put in your email address and create a password. Once you're in, you will choose your grade level. Now you will have access to the community resources, the teacher guides, supporting materials, and the student workbook. EL often makes references to random pages, and if you can't find them on their main site, then it's probably in the student workbook. All block and language dive resources can also be found here. The second link takes you directly to the website version of the program. So here you will scroll down all the way to units, and you would click download materials. The third link in this first column is a direct link to the folders with the slides. There are slides for each lesson that include the learning objectives or targets. Wait for this to load. Okay. So feel free to make a copy to add your own style and flavor. All right, so the second column is simply a list of the required texts for the read alouds. And the third column, those are the copies that students will need. So essentially each student will need their own copy of the text in this column. If for some reason you are missing enough copies for students, recall that all of the text can be found online, so students can follow along on their Chromebooks or other devices. Also, many of the books are available on audio files or videos. To support diverse learners, such as students with dyslexia, we can use these during groups or stations or during collaborative learning. The last column contains the BPS text guides, end of module, and end of unit assessments. So first, what are the reading guides? So the reading guides are documents written by various teams of BPS teachers and coaches with the goal of providing diverse students with culturally responsive enhancements to aid the implementation of the EL program. Let's take a look here. So teams read through all of the lessons and used the CryUp tool to generate facilitation consideration for teachers to explore complex topics. For example, when reading Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, teachers are encouraged to explore the gods from Africa, South America, and the Pacific Islands to make sure that students feel a connection and a sense of representation. This last link takes you directly to the assessments written by EL. So you have your end of each unit, which there are 3, and end of module assessments. They have been linked for easy access and printability. School teams will best decide how to use these assessments. And to wrap up this presentation, all of the grade levels have this affix list attached to it. As we continue to make this shift towards structured literacy, it is very important that students receive lessons in Greek and Latin roots, prefixes, and suffixes. Teams are invited to share these lists with content teachers to facilitate student learning and the retention of material. For example, in math, teachers can remind students that tract means to pull, or during science, teachers can remind students that thermos means heat. Making these connections will improve both reading and spelling. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Additional questions can be directed to school-based coaches and leaders. Wishing you an incredible year of teaching, learning, and the celebration of successes.